So, you are a big fan of this movie.
I love this movie.
All right. I don't. Now, some of the scenes are good. I'm not denying that. There's some neat shots. But overall, I just don't find this movie nearly as effective or as, moody and atmospheric. I love the slow pace of the original, and we have just these shots of Michael in the clotheslines or behind a hedge, just looking, and how he's, always in the background. I love that kind of stuff, and that's why I kind of like the beginning of this movie when, I like the scene when he sneaks into the old lady's house, and I like that kind of stuff because it's, slow and effective, and I just don't like the hospital stuff that much. I don't know what it is.
You don't like the jacuzzi kill?
I mean, that's okay. I think, it sounds silly saying this right after now that we have Halloween Kills, but this movie is a lot more violent than the original Halloween, which, of course, not necessarily a bad thing. The original Halloween is very much not about the kills, and I feel like this movie is more about the kills, and that's fine. That's kind of what the Friday the 13th movies are, but those are also kind of just schlock, and this movie kind of coming from, kind of as a sequel to a film that was so expertly done, you kind of hope for some more, I don't know, lack of a better word, integrity to the film. It just feels like this movie's kind of cashing in on, Friday the 13th and Tom Savini and the more extreme kills and stuff. And it's not like it reaches the level of some of the great Friday the 13th deaths or anything, but I mean, whatever.
This movie definitely works better as a double feature.
Yeah, because it is such a direct sequel, and like I said, it's very faithful, which is great that John Carpenter and Deborah Hill return in some capacity.
The only thing I would change about this movie is I would get rid of that Sam Wayne shit.
Yeah, because that ultimately doesn't pay off. I mean, there's talk of Samhain in Halloween 3, but it has obviously no connection to this movie. And then it sort of comes back in Halloween 6, but again, Halloween 6 is a disaster for many, many reasons. So yeah, that doesn't really go anywhere. I'll agree with that. I think just watching this movie, I really miss the direction of John Carpenter, It's great that he's here. It's great that he's doing the score. It's great that he's writing the script, but he's, at the end of the day, he's a great director. And, how many Rick Rosenthal movies have you seen?
No fucking clue.
You've seen at least 2, because he did Halloween Resurrection. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. I don't know what else he did, but yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but he did do Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah, I've seen none of his movies besides Halloween movies.
All right.